heart of this week's developments is Bill Hamilton, whose stroke in early June sent shockwaves through his family and the community. The week from June 2nd to June 6th was a difficult one for the Hamiltons as Bill found himself hospitalized, his life hanging in the balance. The medical staff were initially concerned, but as the days passed, Bill showed signs of recovery. The good news, according to the reports, is that Bill is expected to make a full recovery, but the road ahead will not be easy. On June 10th, Bill began his rehabilitation, a sign of progress, though it was far from smooth sailing. His recovery efforts have been hampered by his stubborn nature. Bill, a man who had always prided himself on his strength and independence, struggled with the Ashley and Shanice's frustrations were palpable in the latest episodes, as they were forced to navigate Bill's resistance to the rehabilitation process. Bill's obstinacy is a defining trait of his character, and as much as he hates showing weakness, it's clear that his body is no longer cooperating with his mind. Donnie Dupree, in an emotional outburst on June 10th, revealed just how difficult Bill could be, describing him as a terrible patient who hates to show vulnerability. This revelation echoed through the audience, highlighting Bill's complex personality and the strains it placed on those around him. Donnie's frustrations with Bill are personal, as she has been caught in the web of Bill's stubbornness for years, and his current state only exacerbates those old wounds. However, Chelsea Hamilton, Bill's daughter, is perhaps the one most affected by her father's ongoing health battle. On June 11th, a major storyline hinted that Chelsea's anxiety over her father's condition will take center stage. She is caught between her hope for his recovery and the fear that he might not make it through. Chelsea's emotional journey through this trying time is compounded by the fact that she has been forced to witness her father's vulnerability, something she's never had to do before. As much as she cares for Bill, Chelsea has always seen him as a pillar of strength, and seeing him so weak and dependent is an incredibly difficult experience for her. In the upcoming episodes, Chelsea's role as the worried daughter will deepen, as she is confronted with the stark reality that her father's health might deteriorate further, and that his life could be hanging by a thread. Dr. Madison Montgomery, a new hope for Chelsea in the midst of all the uncertainty and emotional turmoil surrounding Bill's recovery. Chelsea finds solace in a new relationship that has begun to blossom. Dr. Madison Montgomery, Bill's personal physician, is not only a source of professional support for Bill but also a source of comfort for Chelsea. Madison's presence in the storyline adds a layer of complexity to Chelsea's emotional state, as the two women begin to form a bond that is both professional and personal. While Chelsea has always been concerned for her father's well-being, Madison's expertise and empathy provide Chelsea with the reassurance she desperately needs. Madison has a calm demeanor that contrasts sharply with Bill's brashness, and this balance helps to ease some of Chelsea's fears. Madison is portrayed as a compassionate and understanding character who listens intently to Chelsea's concerns, offering both medical guidance and emotional support. The upcoming Wednesday episode, June 11th, hints that Madison will play a pivotal role in helping Chelsea navigate her father's recovery process. She will be able to answer Chelsea's questions about Bill's health, offering advice on how to support him through this difficult time. As the doctor providing care for Bill, Madison's words will be reassuring, but she will also have to confront some uncomfortable truths about the road ahead. The looming fear of another stroke, as teased in the episode, might send Chelsea into further turmoil, but Madison's steady hand will offer her hope. While Chelsea's feelings for Madison are growing, their bond is primarily rooted in the shared goal of helping Bill recover. This connection will continue to evolve, with Madison potentially becoming a stabilizing force for Chelsea in the midst of all the chaos. The Dupree family drama, old wounds resurface as the Hamiltons struggle with health crises and family tensions. The Dupree family isn't without its own drama. Anita Dupree, the matriarch, finds herself caught in a whirlwind of family updates and new developments in her professional life. After a heartfelt conversation with singers Tracy and Sharon in the June 11th episode, Anita revealed that plans were in motion for a reunion of the Articulates, a famous singing trio that once captivated audiences. The reunion had long been a dream of Anita's, and with the encouragement of Tracy and Sharon, the women took the next steps in making it happen. The decision to reunite the group and take their performance to Chicago was a significant step in revitalizing their careers, but it wasn't without its challenges. While the reunion had a positive start, there were still lingering issues between the three women that could threaten the success of the venture. Sharon, who had always been known for her bitter and jealous tendencies, remained a source of tension for Anita and Tracy. Sharon's bitterness, a constant undercurrent throughout the series, has made her a divisive figure within the group. As the trio rehearses for their return to the stage, Anita and Tracy must contend with Sharon's growing resentment, which threatens to overshadow the excitement of their comeback. The upcoming episodes will explore whether the Articulates can truly reunite as a cohesive group or if old wounds will once again tear them apart. Sharon's bitterness towards Anita and Tracy is something that can't be easily overlooked, and viewers will have to wait and see if the group can recapture the magic of their past or if their reunion will implode before it even gets off the ground. The future of Beyond the Gates as the episode on June 11th draws to a close. The stage is set for a series of explosive revelations. Chelsea's fears about her father's health, the ongoing struggles of Bill Hamilton's recovery, and the precarious situation within the Dupree family will continue to unfold. The emotional weight of these storylines is palpable as characters grapple with both their personal and professional lives. The blend of familial love, betrayal, health crises, and professional struggles will keep viewers on the edge of their seats, eager to see how these complex relationships evolve. Will Bill Hamilton's stubbornness prove to be his undoing? Can Chelsea overcome her anxiety and find peace with her father's condition? Will the Articulates reunion succeed, or will Sharon's bitterness destroy it before it begins? As Beyond the Gates continues to deliver shocking twists and emotional depth, the answers to these questions will undoubtedly shape the future of the show. As always, in the world of Beyond the Gates, anything can happen, and the possibilities are endless. The stakes have never been higher, and the drama is only just beginning. Bill Hamilton's recovery process, despite starting on a positive note, begins to take a darker turn as the tension between his pride and his frailty intensifies. Although Bill is initially determined to push through the physical therapy and rehabilitation, his stubbornness starts to overtake his sense of reason. On June 12th, viewers witness Bill's resistance to following the doctor's orders. His health, though showing improvement in some areas, begins to falter. He refuses to allow others to help him, believing that any form of assistance will expose his vulnerability. This growing pride leads to a series of dangerous decisions that could ultimately set back his recovery. Chelsea, still deeply concerned for her father, tries to reason with him, but as the days go by, her frustrations with his behavior only grow. Every time she attempts to offer her support, Bill becomes more irritable, pushing her further away. This dynamic forms the crux of the father-daughter relationship in this storyline. Chelsea's desire to care for her father is met with Bill's stubborn refusal to admit weakness, and the rift between them widens. The emotional toll on Chelsea becomes more apparent as she watches Bill continue to decline despite all efforts to help him. Her fear of losing him is becoming more real with each passing day. Meanwhile, Dr. Madison Montgomery, who has become a confidant to Chelsea, faces an internal battle of her own. As Bill's doctor, Madison is under pressure to make the right calls regarding his treatment. She has witnessed Bill's stubbornness firsthand, and while she understands his need to feel in control, she knows that his refusal to cooperate could lead to catastrophic consequences. Madison attempts to intervene, but as Chelsea leans on her more, the emotional weight of the situation begins to blur the lines between professional and personal. While their bond continues to deepen, Madison must maintain her professionalism, knowing that a wrong decision could cost Bill his life. The upcoming episodes will reveal the true extent of Bill's health struggles. Will he continue to defy medical advice, or will he finally accept the help he needs before it's too late? Chelsea's role as his daughter will be put to the ultimate test as she tries to balance her concern for him with the mounting pressure of the reality she faces. Her father might not survive this battle. In this fight for Bill's life, The show explores the tension between pride, vulnerability, and love, leading viewers to question how far they would go to protect a loved one. Chelsea's love life, a growing relationship under scrutiny. As Bill's health deteriorates, Chelsea finds herself turning more and more to Dr. Madison Montgomery, who has been an unexpected source of support. Madison's calm presence and expertise in the medical field provide Chelsea with the comfort and understanding she so desperately craves during such a difficult time. What started as a professional relationship quickly evolves into something more personal, with both women finding solace in each other's company. Chelsea begins to lean on Madison not just as her father's physician, but as someone who can empathize with her fears and frustrations. However, their growing closeness does not go unnoticed. Anita Dupree, ever the observer of human nature, picks up on the subtle shift in Chelsea's behavior. The news of Chelsea's growing attachment to Dr. Montgomery soon spreads through the family, and not everyone is pleased with the new relationship. For one, Shanice Johnson, who has her own history with Chelsea, begins to question Madison's motives. She wonders if Madison is more interested in Chelsea for personal reasons than for strictly professional ones. Shanice's suspicions begin to stir the pot, and her actions may unintentionally jeopardize the fragile trust that has been built between Chelsea and Madison. Despite these tensions, Chelsea and Madison continue to grow closer, and viewers are left wondering whether their bond will withstand the external pressure. Will Chelsea find love and support in Madison during one of the most challenging times in her life, or will the complications of their relationship lead to heartbreak? As Chelsea struggles to keep her focus on her father's recovery, the emotional toll of her personal life will weigh heavily on her decisions, forcing her to choose between the future she wants and the reality of her family's needs. The Articulates reunion, a rocky road to redemption. On the other side of the storyline, Anita Dupree's attempt to reunite the Articulates, the once famous trio of singers, faces unexpected complications. After the heartfelt conversation with Tracy and Sharon on June 11th, Anita and the other members of the group began to work on organizing their much-anticipated reunion. The women decided to head to Chicago for rehearsals, hoping to rekindle the magic that once defined their performances. However, things don't go as smoothly as planned. Sharon, whose bitterness and resentment have always been a thorn in the side of the group, begins to stir trouble almost immediately. Despite her external enthusiasm for the reunion, it becomes clear that Sharon has unresolved issues with both Anita and Tracy. Her jealousy and lingering anger, particularly toward Anita for past grievances, begin to surface as she feels sidelined by the growing closeness between the other two members. The tension within the group starts to threaten their progress as they rehearse for their return to the stage. Sharon's caustic remarks and passive-aggressive behavior put Anita and Tracy on edge, and soon, the trio is divided. While Anita and Tracy try to focus on the task at hand, helping to recreate the magic of their earlier success, Sharon's bitterness threatens to sabotage everything. In a particularly dramatic turn of events, Sharon confronts Anita, accusing her of undermining her throughout their careers. The confrontation quickly escalates into a heated argument, with old wounds being ripped open in front of the other members of the group. As tensions rise, it's clear that the success of the Articulates reunion depends not just on their musical abilities, but on their ability to reconcile their personal differences. The next episodes will explore whether the Articulates can put aside their animosity long enough to reclaim their place in the spotlight. Can Sharon find peace with her past and her fellow group members, or will she continue to be a disruptive force? As the women struggle to rebuild their relationship and career, the drama surrounding their reunion will undoubtedly have consequences for both their personal and professional lives. The future of Beyond the Gates. As the Hamilton and Dupree families continue to navigate their personal and professional struggles, the future of Beyond the Gates looks increasingly uncertain. Bill Hamilton's health crisis, Chelsea's emotional turmoil, and the brewing tension within the Articulates group form the core of this season's drama. But as the characters face their inner demons and attempt to reconcile their past mistakes, new challenges will inevitably arise, pushing them all toward uncharted territories. The stakes are higher than ever before, and with each new episode, viewers will be on the edge of their seats, wondering who will rise above the chaos and who will fall. Will Bill Hamilton finally acknowledge his frailty and accept the help he needs, or will his pride drive him to further jeopardize his health? Will Chelsea find the balance between caring for her father and pursuing her own happiness with Dr. Madison Montgomery? Can Anita and Tracy overcome Sharon's bitterness and successfully revive the Articulates? Or will their personal grudges tear the group apart for good? In the world of Beyond the Gates, nothing is certain. Every character is on a precipice, and the decisions they make now will determine not only their fates, but the future of those around them. As the drama unfolds, one thing is clear. Life, like the Gates themselves, is full of twists, turns, and unpredictable revelations that could change everything in the blink of an eye.